Hey everyone, this is Suhail here. Let's learn today some important concepts. For example, first Anglo-Maratha War, second Anglo-Maratha War, third Anglo-Maratha War, and Anglo-Sikh War, as well as Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxer, and some more topics which are very important for your final exams. I hope you are already prepared. This is video for a slight revision for you, brief revisions. Better, more here to read. Done? So let's start. If you are new to this channel, subscribe and press. If you like this video, press the bell icon. Yeah. So let's discuss the Battle of Plassey. In the Battle of Plassey, what happened? The Nawab, the king, the Bengal king died. His grandson is called as Siraj-ud-Dowla, became a king. In the year 1757, right now, in the year 1757, the young Nawab, the Siraj-ud-Dowla, when he became a king, he told British, see British, don't misuse the dastak. What is dastak? Dastak is a permission granted by Mughal rulers for the British to trade without tax, something. Then, so British for misusing dastak, Siraj-ud-Dowla, the young Nawab, told, don't misuse the dastak. For British, they were misusing continuously. Before Battle of Plassey, there were three reasons. First is misuse of dastak, right? Second one is black room tragedy. What is black room tragedy? Before black room tragedy, mending of fort. What British did? First of all, they are misusing the dastak. Second, mending of fort. What they did? They repaired the fort of Calcutta as well as some cannons they kept. Cannons, top, doom. They kept the cannon. Okay? And they kept these all things in the fort without permission of king. Who was the king? The young Nawab Siraj-ud-Dowla was the king. Without permission of king. Not possible at that time. But British did this. Siraj-ud-Dowla told, remove these all things. British told, we'll see. But Siraj-ud-Dowla got angry. When Siraj-ud-Dowla got angry, he attacked on the fort. And he captured many British people. In that British people, he added all British in a room. In that room, more than 140 people are there, 146 people are there. 123 people died in that room. When these people died, 123 people died. British got angry or happy. Obviously, British will get angry, right? Because 123 army people died of the British. Obviously, British will get angry. British told, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. British will see Siraj-ud-Dowla now. A war took place. British planned. British knew Siraj-ud-Dowla was a strong, he was a young king. But what British did, British went and took the help of the local businessman as well as the Siraj-ud-Dowla's minister, that is Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar, remember that name. Siraj-ud-Dowla's minister was Mir Jafar. And British took the help of Mir Jafar. British told Mir Jafar, don't do anything in the war, be quiet, we'll make you the Nawab of Bengal, King of Bengal. Nawab means king. Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar was happy now. He not did anything in the war. Then what took place? British versus Siraj-ud-Dowla. Mir Jafar not did anything in the war. And Siraj-ud-Dowla was lose the battle. British captured Siraj-ud-Dowla and killed in the battle itself. Now what happened? The Mir Jafar has become Nawab right now. Mir Jafar become king now. When Mir Jafar became a king, what happened? Outcomes. Listen carefully. The reasons are three: misuse of dastak, mending of fort, as well as black room tragedy. Now what are the outcomes? These are three reasons. Outcomes. What are the outcomes of Battle of Plassey? First one is there was no unity as well as greedy of businessman. Second, morality, as well as now the Mir Jafar became a king of Nawab of Bengal, as well as 17 crores 70 lakhs Mir Jafar has to pay as a compensation to the British. And slowly this was continued and Mir Jafar was paying continuously slowly. But later British thought Mir Jafar is not sufficient king. So let's change him. Imagine you as a Mir Jafar, okay? You as a Mir Jafar. British told Mir Jafar is not sufficient, let's change him. Mir Jafar was removed and brought his brother called as Mir Qasim. You are Mir Jafar, your brother is Mir Qasim. Done? Remove this Mir Jafar and bring your brother called as Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim became a king now. Here Battle of Plassey ends. Mir Jafar became king. Outcomes ends. We are starting second concept. That is called as when Mir Qasim became a king. The Battle of Buxer. Yeah. So we are discussing about the Battle of Buxer. In the Battle of Buxer, what happened? Mir Qasim, that is your brother, right? Mir Qasim became a king. Starting, Mir Qasim was loyal to the company and he was paying the money for the British. But later, Mir Qasim got to know the cunningness of the British and he stopped the paying and he told, I am the independent king of the Bengal. No one is controlling me. But British, what they did? They removed Mir Qasim, again brought you, that is Mir Jafar. Very good. Mir Jafar is your name, your brother name is Mir Qasim. So Mir Qasim was removed and British brought you, that is Mir Jafar. Now what happened? Mir Qasim got to know the cunningness level of the British. So what Mir Qasim planned? Mir Qasim planned carefully. What he planned? Ask your brother, no? Okay, let's tell me. Mir Qasim planned what? Mir Qasim went Shah Alam to, that is Mughal king, as well as Shujauddaulah. Shujauddaulah, Shah Alam to Mir Qasim. These three members planned very well and told, let's attack the British and end this British rule. When they attacked the British, a combined force of three members and opposite side only one, that is British. But here also British won the match and the British won the battle. What are the outcomes? What are the results of the Battle of Buxer? Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxer are important concepts. After revising this class, once again read a textbook and write without seeing for a time. For example, 4 marks, 8 points, 4 minutes, 4 marks, 8 points. Then practice it. Battle of Buxer, what are the outcomes? When combined force, that is Mir Qasim, Shah Alam II and Shujauddaulah. These three came together and made attack on the completely British. One side British versus these three side combined team. But British won the match. What are the outcomes? Now Shah Alam II, the Mughal king, what did it? He gave complete Bengal, all over the rights to the British for the annual fee of 26 lakh. Annual fee of 26 lakh, write down. All complete rights to the Bengal. Shujauddaulah, he paid as a compensation 50 lakhs to the British, as well as later what happened, Mir Jafar died and his son was there. If king died, his son will become a king. But when Mir Jafar died, what British did? British gave pension to his son, Mir Jafar's son, and told him, be in home only, we will manage complete Bengal. And finally they managed complete Bengal and slowly they started to rule all over the India. So let's start. We have first Anglo-Maratha War, second Anglo-Maratha War, as well as third Anglo-Maratha War, right? So I am discussing this from part 1, history, second lesson. So in this first Anglo-Maratha War, what happened? First Anglo-Maratha War took place between the year 1775 to 1782. 1775 to 1782. If you are listening this class first time or you are revising more, then note on the key points so that it can help for your revision. First Anglo-Maratha War 1775 to 1782. Very good. So now what happened? Shah Alam II, he was the king of Mughal. So Marathas, what they did? Shah Alam II actually is before 1775 only. He is under the control of British. Now Shah Alam II by Marathas brought Shah Alam II as a main emperor in Delhi. Now what Shah Alam II did? He took Kora as well as Allahabad from British and gave to Marathas. Shah Alam II got what he did? He brought Kora as well as Allahabad from the British and gave back to Marathas. Very good. Now what happened? British as well as Marathas got enmity. When these two both got enmity, in this moment only what happened? The Marathas Peshwa, that is Madhav Rao, he died He died. When he died, his brother called as Narayan Rao became a Peshwa of that next Peshwa. But uncle was there. Narayan Rao's uncle, that is called as Raghunath Rao. He killed Peshwa. Which Peshwa? Narayan Rao. Remember that? King is Madhav Rao. Madhav Rao died. His brother came, Narayan Rao. Narayan Rao's uncle killed him and he wanted to become a king. Who? Uncle. Raghunath Rao wanted to become a king. Now what happened? All Maratha Federation, all family members, all Maratha people, the help of Federation, they brought Narayan Rao's son, that is called as Madhav Rao II, as a king, as a Peshwa. As a Peshwa. When he is ready to become a Peshwa, uncle got angry, right? Because uncle wanted to become a king, but uncle is not ready to become a king. Because of all Maratha family, Maratha Federation, uncle will keep quiet. Uncle went to British and took the help of British. When British helped the Raghunath Rao, what happened? Here fighting has been started with the British as well as Marathas. When the British and Marathas started to fight, starting phase it was like Marathas going to win, but British were using modern weapons as well as they have a lot of planning, army, soldiers, due to many reasons. Here British will win the match between Maratha versus first Anglo-Maratha War 1775 to 1782. A fight between the Marathas as well as British. Raghunath Rao supported British and Madhav Rao to become a Peshwa. After death of Madhav Rao, the son of Narayan Rao became a king and war started with British as well as Marathas, and finally a treaty was signed between the Marathas as well as British. The treaty name is called as Sslc Treaty. What is the treaty name? First treaty name, and first Anglo-Maratha War 1775 to 1782. The first Anglo-Maratha War treaty was Treaty of Sslc. Remember this point. Clear? Let's go with the second Anglo-Maratha War. Before going to second Anglo-Maratha War, understand the concept. What is subsidiary alliance? In the full history concepts, if you remember from full part 1, part 2 as well as or any history of the British, mainly there are two alliances called as Doctrine of Lapse as well as Subsidiary Alliance. What is Subsidiary Alliance? Subsidiary Alliance means British, what they will do, they will imagine you are a king. Right nowadays 21st century there is no king, but imagine you are the king, okay, or you are a queen. British come to you and tells that, my dear king, my dear queen, don't worry anything, don't get panic, we will support you completely. If any internal, external, any problem, don't worry, we are there. British are there anytime to you, so we will support you. Just give an autograph, give a sign on this agreement. What is that agreement called as? Subsidiary Alliance. What is Subsidiary Alliance? Simple concept. British told, see my dear king, my dear queen, don't worry anything. If you have any problem, our army will be with you. British army will be with you only, always. No need to panic. If any problem, internal or external, British will help you. Simple concept is, what king has to do is, king has to take care of my army, British army, as well as if king or queen want to make any friendly agreement with neighboring states, don't make, ask first British. Third, make British resident in your city. These are the conditions. As well as the war will take place, no? If any war took place, that all expenditure has to be bear by you only, as a king or as a queen. And British will support you. How? Because army is from British. British will give the army for you. Now who is in benefit, actual benefit here? British is actual benefit. But Indian kings got lost by this and they signed Subsidiary Alliance. When Indians signed Subsidiary Alliance, they faced lot of problems. And they faced lot of problems, economically especially. Slowly they lose the kingdoms and unable to manage all things, and they lost that fully complete kingdom to the British. For example, Hyderabad, Travancore, as well as Mysore, Awadh, Maratha, these all came under Subsidiary Alliance. We'll discuss how Marathas came under Subsidiary Alliance, because Maratha is one of the strongest rule, right? So let's discuss Second Anglo-Maratha War. Second Anglo-Maratha War, 1803 to 1805. 1803 to 5. Very good. Revise. 1803 to 1805. Very good. In the second Anglo-Maratha War, what happened? There are two families, namely called as Holkar family as well as Sindhya family. One is Holkar family, second one is Sindhya family. These two families, what they did? Imagine you are from Holkar family, I am from Sindhya family. S for Suhail, S for Sindhya family. Example. So imagine you are from Holkar family, right? Holkar family want to control you, as a Holkar family want to control the king, the Peshwa, and I Sindhya family, as a Sindhya family, we also want to control the Peshwa. But why? Imagine if you control the Peshwa, Peshwa obviously listen to you. If I control the Peshwa, Peshwa obviously listen to me. So we both want to control the Peshwa now. But Peshwa got tension from these both things. And what he did? He asked the help. Whose help? Can you guess? Yes. He asked the help of British now. British are waiting for this moment only. When Marathas there is no unity, will attack, will capture something, will make something. Now there is no unity in the Maratha family only. Holkar family, Sindhya family, both are fighting now. As well as there was a war between Holkar family as well as Sindhya family. Holkar family as well as Sindhya family, there was a war. And obviously Holkar family won the match. And now when Peshwa went to British, asked for help, British told, don't worry Peshwa, we will help you. Who will help? British will help you, don't worry anything. Just give a small autograph on this subsidiary alliance. And Peshwa signed subsidiary alliance. Now Marathas enter the control of British. Now British defeated every type of family in the Marathas, and finally a treaty was signed. The treaty name was called as Treaty of Basin. Treaty of Basin. Let's revise first Anglo-Maratha War as well as second Anglo-Maratha War. First Anglo-Maratha War 1775 to 1782. Peshwa was died. His brother wanted to become a king, but uncle killed him, and Narayan Rao's son, that is Madhav to become a king. Treaty of Salwai was signed. Clear? Very good. Second Anglo-Maratha War from 1803 to 1805, as well as in the second Anglo-Maratha War, Holkar family as well as Sindhya family made fight with each other to control the Peshwa. Sindhya family as well as Holkar family, Sindhya family as well as Holkar family won the match, and Peshwa went to British to ask the help, and finally British made subsidiary alliance with the help of Peshwa, and finally the Treaty of Basin was signed. This is the first Anglo-Maratha War as well as second Anglo-Maratha War. Now let's discuss third Anglo-Maratha War. Ready? Done. In this third Anglo-Maratha War, the final stage of the Anglo-Maratha War, there is some twist. So what was the twist, or what was the interesting concepts here? Let's learn that. In third Anglo-Maratha, what happened? Maratha family as well as the Peshwa both want to come out of the clutches of the British. All are tired from this British. They all want to get out from this British rule. So what happened? Peshwa got angry. He went to Pune. He burnt down the British residency completely. Who? Peshwa. In the Pune, British residency was there. He went to Pune, Peshwa, and burnt complete residency of British in Pune. As well as here, that is Upper Sahib of Nagpur and from Mallarao of Holkar. They both came together now versus British. But here also British won the match. But just next year, that is 1818, one side British, one side Peshwa. The British versus Peshwa. Now completely it is ready to fight. But here also Peshwa lost and British won the match. When the British won the battle, British abolished the Peshwa system and gave pension to the mother of the king, who was a Peshwa at that time. They removed Peshwa system only, and now complete Maratha is under control of British now. As that time, what British did, British brought Pratap Simha to the throne as for a namesake, that's all. But now complete Maratha is under the control of British. Let's discuss Anglo-Sikh War. What is Anglo-Sikh War? In the year 1809, write down. In the year 1809, what happened? There was a king called as King Ranjit Singh. If any of my student Ranjit Singh, congratulations, once upon a time you are a king. So King Ranjit Singh and British made a treaty called as Treaty of Friendship. Treaty of Friendship, year 1809. King Ranjit Singh as well as British made a friendship treaty, and both are not fighting. Or afterwards, what happened? After 1809, 1839, King Ranjit Singh passed away. When King Ranjit Singh passed away, British started to attack on the Punjab region because now there was no proper king. Because Ranjit Singh was one of the strongest king who was there. So nobody can defeat Ranjit Singh easily. That's the reason British made friendship agreement. Otherwise, subsidiary alliance, they will make agreements. Treaty of friendship they made. In 1839, when King died, 1845, what British did? British tried to capture these regions. But here, people are intelligent like you all. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, all came united and tried to fight against the British. But then also, we lost because of some leaders of that time and British owned. When British owned, 1846, Lahore Agreement took place. 1847 was gap. 1848, 1845 war. 1846 treaty. 1847 gap. 1848. 1848 what happened? Some other people are like, for example, Multan, Punjab, some other regions, they started to oppose the British. Now British told, no, we'll capture you also, don't worry. And British came and captured these all places and made direct rule started here from the British. So in this chapter number 2 or the full part of history, there are two main policies which are very important policies. First one is subsidiary alliance as well as doctrine of lapse. Subsidiary alliance was very well planned alliance. So Lord Wellesley brought. Remember this point, okay? Subsidiary alliance, you all know that it was one of the well policy. So Lord Wellesley brought subsidiary alliance. The next comes doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse means, what is doctrine of lapse? Doctrine of lapse brought by Dalhousie. Okay, what is doctrine of lapse? Imagine there is a king who don't have his own son, own hierarchy. Then the kingdom has to be surrendered to the British. For example, Jhansi. There is one of the place, Jhansi. It has been surrendered to the British. This is the reason. But Jhansi was fighted. They tried their best, but then also it has to be submitted to the British. Why? Simple concept. There is no own hierarchy, own son. That is the only reason. If there is adopted, you can't make him as a king or her as a queen. You have to surrender to the British. Lord Dalhousie. Doll, own kid, kids love doll. Remember these tricks. Lord Dalhousie. Clear?